Hi there. I'm here just to talk a little bit about journalism 202 and how kind of the year went and how I'm going to be taking everything I've learned into my professional career, and just kind of like what I've learned, everything. First, the SLO I'm going to be talking about is just like a diversity the diversity understanding. I really appreciate how Dr. Tate made the SLOs because it kind of like, oh, here are the three things that you're going to be like taking with you. Um, yeah, I think why I chose the diversity understanding, obviously right now, the word diversity is just a very hot word. And I think it's just important that we're using it. And like showcasing what we know about it and making sure that we're understanding it like completely and effectively, and understanding the complexities of it. I think there are so many people in the world with so many different backgrounds, so many different races, ethnicities, abilities, ages, genders, sexualities, identities, um, and understanding. Obviously, you're never going to be able to understand every single piece of that, no matter like where you're at in life. Like, there's so many different people in the world that you're never really going to be able to understand everything about everyone. But understanding that you don't know everything about everyone is like the first step. Understanding that, like, me as a white person, as a cis woman, I have like this privilege, in America and in a lot of the world that a lot of people will never get. And being able to use my privilege in a way where I can understand other people and like take into account take that into my consideration when I'm creating media or when I'm just communicating with people, when I'm just going about my like daily life. Understanding that I have that privilege and that other people don't is like the first thing, I think, like when it comes to understanding diversity and understanding people as a whole. Um, but yeah, through this class, and a lot of our conversations, I feel like I've gotten a really good understanding of what diversity really means and just the like other people's backgrounds and understanding that um other people's backgrounds affect how they act in daily life and also just affect how they're represented in the media just because of their background or whatever. I just think it's really interesting that pattern happens. But I really got a good understanding through this class, through our conversations. I know I wasn't in class every day, but the conversations that I did have were really important, and I feel like gave me a broader understanding of what everyone is going through and like other people's just backgrounds and stuff. I took a class with Dr. Laura O'Hara in the communications department, intercultural communications, and it was really helpful to understand interpersonal communications when it comes to people with different backgrounds and diversity and like just like different ethnicities, different races, just people that are different from yourself. Um, and having this class to like complement it is really nice because I got to have those intercultural communication kind of vibes, like interpersonal, very like hands-on. And then I got to have this like media diversity class. So I'm understanding diversity from like two different angles, which is really nice. And I feel like has given me a pretty good understanding of it all together. Um, but yeah. Uh, the module that really impacted me um, is the immigrant experience in America kind of module. That's what I did my presentation on when I like taught the class. Um, it's really in America. Like I know I keep like bringing this back to like current events and stuff, but America is a really scary place for immigrants at the moment, especially immigrants from South America, Mexico, and all those places and like so many other places. There's a big target on their backs, filled with like hate and like like so just it really honestly like is really sad for so many people because so many people are coming to America because they want a better life and they want to work and they want to do all these things. And there's so much hate against them for just doing that. And it's really upsetting because most of them are not doing anything wrong. And they're just coming here so they can live a better life, like which is kind of promised in America. So I don't know. I think having that module is really important right now, and emphasizing it is also really important. Um, I wish I would have done a little bit better in my presentation, like representing it a little bit better with the time that I had. Because I do have a lot of things to say, and I feel like I could have said them in a bit better of a way. But now, like that happened at the beginning of the semester, we're here now. I feel like I've learned a lot more, and I could do better as well. Sorry, I'm talking to my hands a lot. But yeah, so I think that was the module that impacted me the most, and is also one that I can use in my daily life. I am like pretty surrounded with a lot of people that are immigrants or come from parents of immigrants or children or are children of immigrants. And I think like having that understanding of how they're represented in the media and kind of the state that they're in at the moment is really important for me. Um, just like in my daily life. Also, I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with my life career-wise. I really don't know still. I'm still kind of like at the standstill. In high school, I like thought I wanted to be a journalist. I had this journalism internship and I was like set. I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm so excited. I got to college and I just like, oh, I just like kind of didn't really know if that's what I wanted to do anymore. So I like looked into the communications department and then like that was cool, but like I was like, oh, I kind of want to graduate early. Like let's just throw that away. Like don't worry about it. And then these last few months, I've just been really like, oh my God, this isn't for me. Like I don't know if this is what I want to do. I'm kind of like, stressed out. Um, so I've kind of just been like thinking really hard about what I want my life to look like, what sorry about the cut. I keep getting this FaceTime call from my roommate. Um, but uh I've been trying really hard to think about like what I want to do with my life, what will make me happy. I've been kind of like leaning into more of an interpersonal kind of career choice, like looking into educational kind of things. Um, but if I end up doing anything with media or journalism, I hope I can use this diversity understanding, just the whole greater thing to represent people well, in my media, in my journalism, in my photos, in my videos, whatever I'm creating. And if I end up not going down that path and I go down a path of like education, I hope I can do the same thing where I'm like hearing students out, hearing the people I'm teaching, um, like hearing their experience, understanding it, and teaching them the best way I can, and representing them well as well. Whatever I'm teaching, whatever I'm doing, making sure that I'm not only using um, white people, making sure that I'm not only using like cis women's voices, making sure that I'm like using people from um, greater backgrounds than my own and putting that into my teaching styles and also putting that and then if I don't do that, I have literally no idea what I'm doing. Again, if I don't do that, I hope I can do the same thing in my journalism and in my media when I'm trying to, trying to create things, make things right. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna use this a lot. I really appreciate that I have this class and my class with Dr. Laura O'Hara to kind of complement each other and to give me a great understanding of what diversity is, of how it's important and how I can use it in my daily life, understanding my own privilege. And yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed this class. Um, and yeah, I really enjoyed our conversations, even though again I wasn't there every day. I really did enjoy the conversations that I got to be a part of, and I hope you have a great summer, and I hope everyone in the class also does.